So here I am at work. It's August, which means that I should be getting ready for deer season. And I have a little bit of an issue. I spent all this money on a brand new First Lite kit last season, and the one thing in the pieces that I bought for my kit that were not included in those pieces yet were windproof or a wind membrane. Well, now First Lite's coming out with all this new stuff. They have my Solitude kit that is completely windproof now. So now I have to buy a new coat and sell my other one because I'm in Kansas. I have to have a windproof layer. The other thing that they came out with was the new hoodie. I can't think of what it's called right now, right offhand. And then the source jacket that I was just watching the videos on Facebook. It's like legitimately what I needed my whole deer kit to be. And I already spent all the money. So, it's been a while, and here we go. So here's the deal. I know exactly what this is like. If you're anything like me, when you dive into something and you really get into it, you do all this research and you want to make sure that you're buying the right stuff as cheap as possible one time, or at least for as long as you can. And that, I feel, is the name of the game when it comes to buying hunting stuff. And I agree. There's people that are totally fine wearing, our grandfathers hunted deers in red flannel coats, okay? Plaid flannel coats. I get it. It's you don't necessarily have to have it. But when it comes to the warming layers and stuff like that, here in Kansas, it's pretty important. If you're out west and you're big game hunting and, in the mountains and stuff, obviously your warming layers and your protection from the elements are a very important factor. So, that being said, you spend a lot of time doing research. You spend a lot of time trying to put together a kit, a warming system that, when you're spending this much money, is what you want, and then they come out with more. And this is the thing. I'm not saying anything bad about First Lite at all, because I am blown away by their products. The products are amazing. Even the stuff that I have now, I'm kind of being a little pretentious about, because in actuality, I could just add a couple pieces that they came out with this year, and I can delete a warming layer, possibly two, which is even more versatile to me because it's less stuff to carry around, and that opens up my options to be more efficient hunting different animals. So, yeah, I'm going to get into this again. The three pieces that I mentioned at the beginning are, they're the pieces that were lacking from the system that I put together. So the Origin hoodie is a little bit better hoodie than the Calumet hoodie, which is in the video that I shot last year when I got them. The Calumet hoodie was great. It's a waffle top, if you're familiar with that. Which means it has little squares and it kind of traps your body heat and keeps it inside. But it is a fleece, and the detractive properties of that fleece are that it does not dry as fast, and they're kind of splitting hair issues. But I want my stuff to dry fast, especially if it's cold outside, or if it's going to be warm outside and I'm going to be really sweaty, and as the sun goes down, the temperature drops and then I'm cold. So that's the thing. Now, if I have a warming layer on underneath that is wicking sweat or whatever, and then I use their new hoodie that is an insulated hoodie, it has microfiber, it has a fleece lining on the inside, and it is their, I believe it is their soft shell material on the exterior, which is DWR treated, making it water resistant. So that's good. It has an integrated face shield that I guess you can pull behind your head, and then you don't notice it. And then it's got a really cool set of cuffs that it's a different style of thumb loop, and it looks pretty sweet. I have not bought it yet, but I think that's a really good replacement. Oh man, I just covered the microphone. But I think that's a really good replacement for the Calumet. And then the second piece that well, another one of the three that I was talking about was the Source jacket. Now, the Source jacket, this upsets me because it's a game changer. I would have bought this last year. So it is a puffy. It is a First Lite puffy for whitetail season, um, which is, like I said, it's a game changer. Out west, chasing elk in the mountains, those guys are all wearing puffy jackets. They're super, super light. They're super packable, and they are super warm, weight to warmth ratio. They're amazing. It's like those Patagonia coats and Patagucci and all that people were wearing the last couple of years. They're spending $200 on. This is, yeah, about a $200 jacket, but it's also, the exteriors are soft shell. It has really good insulation, and it's very packable. So what that means is that you can eliminate more warming layers, because that one is going to be, it's a mid layer, it's an exterior to mid layer. So you can use a thick warming layer or a thicker warming layer and wear that jacket and take the place of the other two warming layers. Or you can wear one warming layer, that jacket, and your coat on the outside when it's really hot. So that's why I'm a little upset. So where I'm looking at, it's a little bit of cash to get that stuff. So jump on Facebook, get rid of my stuff on First Lite, buy, sell, and trade, and then I guess put that money towards this new stuff. Also, just thought of this. When it comes to buying all of this gear, it is expensive if you want to get into gear that lasts a long time and is very durable. So I talked to First Lite earlier this season, and they made a point to tell me that there's now on Facebook a group, and it is called First Lite Buy, Sell, or Trade. So if you don't want to get online and buy a $260 hoodie, that's a really good place to go to start putting together a technical hunting kit, if you'd like to. Bang. With my kit last year, putting it in the field for the first time, I went out on a day that was like, I think the ambient temperature was 12 degrees, and I think it was like 10 or 15 mile an hour winds. So it was pretty cold, and I had zero issues. So like I said before, it's kind of me being a little, the coat that I bought last year, which is part of my Solitude kit, does not have a windproof membrane, which is also another game changer, especially in Kansas. If you can cut wind in Kansas, you are out longer, period. Wind out here is crazy. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm getting back into all this. So I've actually had a few people call and request to my face that I start making videos again. So I want to apologize about that. All I can say is life gets in the way. Sometimes you have to focus on other stuff, but I do have a little time, and I can start making videos again. And it is August, so deer season is right around the corner, and I'm going to start doing more and more videos, more and more styles, and I'm actually thinking about adding a platform. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And I'm back again later.